Hello, butterflies. Welcome to another video. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, hey bookies. Today's video, we will be going over budgeting basics. I am so excited to be releasing this. Well, to finally be releasing this. It's been in the works, I believe, since last year, 2025 maybe. We're going over the entirety of this guide. It is the beginner's guide for your path to financial freedom. If you're reading this, chances are you're ready to change your financial future. Whether you're starting late, starting over, or starting from scratch, you are right on time. This guide is designed to help you build a strong foundation in financial literacy so you can begin your journey toward financial freedom and generational wealth. Let's take the first step together. First step to financial freedom is creating and committing to a budget. This is the foundation of building wealth and breaking free from financial stress. In this book, we will go over the 10 financial habits to adopt when building wealth. Every small step you take today paves the path to your financial freedom tomorrow. Believe in the power of progress and let your journey transform into success. So the first step is to track your expenses. You want to write down or digitally track every dollar you spend for a month. Awareness is the first step to change. You can do this by going over your bank statements from the month prior for accuracy and writing down every transaction. Here is the start. The first step is awareness. So you want to be aware of where you are in your finances. And in order to do that, you would need to do an audit. You would need to do a financial audit. To the right is a page from WEW.XO's My Blooming Budget Financial Planner. It's just a blank page that you can use just to jot down anything that comes to mind. If you are doing this on paper, if you're doing this digitally in your notes, then you would obviously put it in there. Step 2 is to categorize your spending. So you want to group your expenses by housing, transportation, food, entertainment, all that jazz to see patterns and identify problem areas. So on the right is a page from My Blooming Budget Financial Planner, and this page is my expenses. So right here is where you will want to write down all of your expenses. From that first step, which was track your expenses, the second step is to categorize your spending. So once you've tracked your expenses, which is all the things that you pay for, that's your rent, your gas, electricity, all your variable expenses, everything that you spend money on, write it down. And once you've written it down, now you want to categorize it. So in your fixed, these are your non-negotiables. These are your needs. So in this category, you would put rent, you would put your mortgage, you would put all the things that you need and that you cannot live without. Variable expenses is your flexible expenses. These are your essentials or your optionals. So in here, you will put things like gas, groceries, shopping for toiletries, etc. And last, you have your sinking. Anything else goes in this box. This is your wants. This is the stuff that you're saving towards. So for instance, if you know that you go on vacation, you know that vacations cost. So that's where you would put it. You would put it in this fund. If you know that you have a wedding coming up, weddings cost, that's the fund that you would put it in. These are basically all other wants and needs. If you have a coffee obsession, then you would want a coffee budget. You would put it in your sinking funds. Anything that you normally spend your money on that is not a need or essential, you would put in this box. Next, you want to set financial goals. What are you working toward? Are you saving for an emergency fund? Are you paying off debt? Are you building a dream life? You will need to get clear on your goals. Here to the right is a page from our Blooming Budget Financial Planner. This is just a dashboard. This is a beginner friendly to get you in that mindset of getting clear on your goals. To the left, we have the financial goals. Whatever your financial goal of the month, you would put right there. So for instance, if your financial goal is to save $200 for the month, then you would write that there. Then next you have your to-do. Your to-dos would be if you need to drop off a bank deposit or if you need to transfer money, you would just put it right there just as a reminder of things that you need to do for that month. Events are things that you know that you would need to pay for, things that are happening that month, an indicator of, okay, I may need to spend money here, so let me just write this event down. That way I have it in mind and I already have a fund, or if you already have that fund in place, that'll just be in the forefront for that month. Then you have birthdays. There's a lot of people that save for birthdays, so that's just a good way to always have that as a reminder of, okay, for instance, we're gonna say Cameron's birthday is the 25th. I'm going to put Cameron's birthday this month. So I know, okay, Cameron's birthday. So if I need to put money to the side, I'm going to remember it's for Cameron. Once you've gotten clear on your goals, now it's time to build a realistic budget and stick to it. So when you are building your realistic budget, it is based on your income and you want to assign spending limits to each category, and don't forget to include your savings. Then after you build your realistic budget, you're going to stick to it. You want to track your spending weekly and adjust as needed. Life happens. Be honest and give yourself grace to grow. After you've identified your expenses and where your money is going, now it's time to take control of your finances. This is the juicy part. Here we have a page from the My Blooming Budget Financial Planner. This is the budget tracker. Once you've done your financial audit and you've categorized your spending, now it's time to build that realistic budget. In the first box, you have income, expect, actual. For your income, you're going to put all forms of income streams that you are receiving. If you are working a 9 to 5, you're going to put that there. If you are a private contractor and you do contract work, you're going to put that there. If you are self-employed, you're going to put your self-employment jobs there. What you're going to put in this box is any job, hustle. Next, you have your bills. You're going to put every bill that you have to pay. So this will be your rent, this will be your electric, this will be your gas. This is going to be your mobile gas, like when you're driving your car. Because some people actually pay for gas stoves, so like the gas for their stoves. But yes, that is where you're going to put all your bills right there. Then you're going to put your debt down here where it says debt, and you're going to write down any debt that you need to pay, then savings, then sinking, and so on. Next, you have expect. So for expected, this is the projected amount or the estimated amount that you're going to receive. So for instance, if you work at a pizza shop and you get paid hourly, you're also getting paid bi-weekly. And you know, normally you get paid around $500, you're going to put $500 right there. And then for actual, once you get paid, you're going to put the actual amount there. So for expected, this is just what you're going to put just so you have the estimated amount that you will receive, and the actual is the actual amount that you receive. So for expected, you're going to put everything in there first. And for the actual, you put everything after you've actually received it. Now in some boxes it's going to say budget. That's the same thing. Budget, expect. It's the same thing that you're budgeting for. So for instance, if you do work at a pizza place and you normally get paid around $500, you're going to put $500, but you actually get paid $493 or $515. You're going to put in actual, I got paid $493 or I got paid $515, and you're going to do that for every income source. Next, on for bills. For rent, since it's a fixed expense, it's not going to change, so you can budget for that. If you know that your rent is normally $900 a month but you save $950, you would put that in the budget column. And then rent rolls around and you have the actual amount, and say you saved $1,000, then you would put $1,000 in the actual. You're gonna have a remaining. There will be another video going more in depth into how to use the My Blooming Financial Planner, so don't worry. And you're going to do this for every box on this page. You're going to do this for your debt if you have debt. You're going to do this for your savings. You will have savings. I'm not even going to say if, because the goal is to have a savings. And you will be doing this for your sinking if you want to get ahead on your sinking funds. Next, you want to automate your savings. You want to make savings effortless by automating transfers for your savings or investment accounts each payday. Automating your savings account ensures consistent, effortless wealth building by removing the need for control, reducing the temptation to spend, and ensuring that you pay yourself first. By setting up automatic recurring transfers, you build an emergency fund, reach goals faster, and benefit from compound interest without thinking about it. Other benefits of automated savings are consistency and habit formation. It removes emotional spending. You have faster goal achievement. It leverages compound interest and convenience and reduce stress. This process can be achieved through automatic payroll deductions, transfers from checkings to savings, or automatic contribution to retirement accounts like 401k or IRA. To sum it all up, automate your savings, guys. It's easier on you. It's better in the long run. And it's better to stay ahead so you don't have to get ahead. Tip 7, you want to cut back where you can. Remember why you are doing this. Cancel subscriptions you don't use, cook more at home, and limit impulse spending. I know it could be hard when you're in the store and you see something that you really like and you want to put it in the cart and you want to take it all the way to the register and you want to pay for it, and you get home and you love it for like the first 15 seconds and then you're scooting it to the side with the rest of the stuff that you impulse buy. You guys, you have to remember your why. Remember why you're doing this in the first place. You're doing this for financial freedom. So you're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to let go of Hulu, Netflix, Peacock, Disney Plus for a month, a couple months, however long that you need in order for you to get back on track with your finances. If you have goals, you have to put the work in. You have to put the effort in to achieve what you want in life. So if that means that you can't go to Taco Tuesday with your homegirl, you can't go to Taco Tuesday with your homegirl. If that means you can't go to what's a restaurant that people normally know. If that means that you can't go to Chili's to go get that 3-pack with the what is it, the mozzarella sticks and the poppers and the crispers, yeah, you can't get that, babes. You can't get that margarita, that nice frozen margarita. We can't get that, love. We can't get that right now. That's the thing. It's for right now. We can't get that right now. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the things that we want in the long run, y'all. Roughly 1 in 3 Americans, around 29 to 32%, have no emergency savings. Nearly 30% of Americans cannot cover a $400 unexpected expense using cash or bank funds. Median emergency savings sit around $500 to $600, with 29% of households having more credit card debt than savings. Individuals without emergency savings face higher financial stress and in many cases would need to borrow money or sell assets to handle emergencies. That is why it is crucial to build an emergency fund. You want to aim to save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Start small. If you know that you're getting paid $1,000 a month, 6 times 1,000, that's $6,000. You may not have that right away, and that may seem intimidating to save for when you hear that big number. So that's why it's easier to start small. Start with $500. It's easier to save $500 than it is to save $6,000. It's easier to save $2,000 than it is to save $6,000. Start small and then work your way up. You never know when something unexpected comes up. It's better to stay prepared. Romanticize your savings. You don't have to dread saving. Here to the right, we have our growth savings challenges that we just dropped. All the links will be in the description below, so you guys don't have to worry about where to find all of the things that we spoke about today. Next is to invest when ready. Once your emergency fund is in place, learn the basics of investing and start small. Be consistent and think long term. Investing is the act of putting money into assets such as stocks, bonds, or real estate with the expectation of generating a profit or growing wealth over time. It is important to invest because it allows your money to work for you, helping to outpace inflation, build long-term wealth, and achieve financial goals like retirement. And some beginner-friendly apps are Fidelity and SoFi. I actually have both of these apps. I do not use Fidelity as much, but I will get into it more this year. As far as SoFi, I do have the card, and I use their high yield savings portion. They have a lot of goodies on their app, on their site, however you're viewing it on. If you want, I can make a video going over what SoFi has to offer. And last, you want to review often. Life changes, and so should your budget. Revisit your plan every month to stay on track and tweak as needed. So here on this slide, we have a few pages from our excerpt, My Blooming Budget. First one that is towards the left is the monthly budget tracker. This is similar to the regular budget tracker. This is just the overhead for the month. So you would just put what you would normally make that month in there. Next, you have the monthly overview calendar. You would put all of your expenses that you have to pay for this month. That way you're on track as far as moving money, because you know what needs to be paid for on what date. It's going to be easier when you're transferring your money if you pay digitally. If you're paying cash, it's also easier for you to transfer your money from cash to digital, from digital to cash. And you've already seen this page. It's the dashboard page. Thank you for choosing yourself and stepping into your financial freedom. This is just the beginning of your journey. Continue nurturing your mind, money, energy, and remember, you are worthy of ease and abundance. With love, founder, aka me, Woman Empower Woman XO. Share your journey with us on Instagram at WEW.XO. We'd love to celebrate your journey to financial freedom. She said, take your